All right, okay, what the hell is this happened? We just took a loss? Oh, I actually just took a loss actually here. Oh, damn, what happened here? We're just doing some settings here. Damn. Okay, that's okay. Just okay. That's why I just never like take trade any like when I just like started a stream. This is a mistake. Actually, everyone just have to be like understand when you just come on the chart, break it down properly, and then just go with the. But I think it just makes sense. But this candle just did not break above the high of the previous candle. Like the ask and bid price should have to be break above the high, then it could be continuously pushing to the upside. So let's just go with the fresh analysis. I would say like let's just go from daily time frame with a daily perspective. Let me just see this one. It's just like a very bad loss I have just took there. I just don't like this one, to be honest. It's just it should not be react like this, but it is whatever it is, what we can do. So I'm just like taking the daily high right now. So right now this is the high I'm just having on the daily time frame. At the same time we're just having like a uh, low of the daily, so you need to go through from daily to h4 actually. Look at this one. This h4 is having like a support and rejected 4 times from this area. This can just like close in a stronger than the previous candle and close above the, like it just created a support, created a resistance, then break and close above the resistance area. So there's a very high probability, I would say, if you just break above the high, it could be it should be continuously pushing upside. This totally makes sense actually. And let me just see what is the reason why I just like took a loss here. So I think so the reason was the previous h1 candle just do not have a upper wick. Might be this one is just like a reason for this what's just going on here. Let me just see on M30 actually. M30 will give me some more clean picture here. So to be honest, you know what, this current candle, if you just like look at it closely, the ask and bid price I think so just did not break above the high of the previous candle. So that's why I just like took a loss here. Yeah, even if we just look at 15-minute time frame, look at this candle. This candle just like break and close above the previous candle high. Also you can see that it just also like broke all the rejections on the left hand side. So the next candle create a weak break above the high just totally makes sense. I would say we having like a clean traffic on the left hand side sitting right now with the opening of London. So yeah, it just totally makes sense. I was just like having very, it's just like a very good probability setup, but just can't do anything about it. I was just like doing some my settings there, so that's why I just couldn't manage it. Actually, should have to be manage it, and the best way to manage this kind of trade is just like if this just like rotates more than 50% of the previous candle, should have to be closed like 50% position there, and then leave the rest to continuously pushing upside. But we'll see how I can give my trade a second chance to grab my money back. So till that, I just need to be relaxed. Doesn't matter if we just took a loss, we will just make a new fresh plan, and then we'll see where we can heading towards. Might be with the opening of London session, I'm just going to be get something. Okay, yep, took a loss too. Oh, many people just took a loss here. Wow. Same trade I put SL below previous 50-minute low. Yes, you took a loss too. Exactly. SL, we took a loss. Took the same trade and lost 20 pips morning. Good morning. Sir, I just took this trade today. Okay, let me just see this one, Evan. So Arvind just took one trade here. Okay, wow, what a beautiful impulse entry. I would say just like a beautiful impulse structure. Can you just continuously pushing to a downside? Can you create a wick, break below the low? Yeah, just like a very beautiful, nice trade. Close like I think you just close like 70% position here and leave the rest and just like hit your break even stage. That's really such an awesome trade, buddy. Really such an awesome trade. Okay, so I also took the James. Gold is not good in London session. It's okay, doesn't matter. Do you think the wick is too small? No, I don't think so. The wick was too small before. When I just entered, I just remembered that I just did not. Number one, I just did not enter in the first 1 to 2 minutes. I enter as this candle just created a wick, and then as it just start breaking its own high, here is my position where I just give my trade a chance. I was having like a clean traffic on the left hand side. Just look at the range we are having on the left hand side. What a beautiful range it was. Just like a such a beautiful range. It's like a 70 pip range. And even on a 15-minute time frame, the previous candle just created a resistance. Then it just broke above the resistance and give us the confirmation candle as well. Break above this whole rejection on the left hand side. So it just totally makes sense. But at the end, it's just like a probability, I would say. So if it just never worked out, all we just need to do, we just need to manage the risk. That's all we can do. And I did that one too. So this is the resistance we are having right now, and at the same time this is the support we are having here. Let me just see this one. Okay, this makes sense. So I'm just taking this current support area, because if the candle just close below the support area, depending on the volume, there's a very high probability it can continuously pushing to a downside. But at the same time, you know what, if the next candle with the opening of London, if it just break above the high, I am definitely will going to give my trade a second chance, and target could be somewhere here. This totally makes sense actually. Okay, gold is not okay. Same trade thought it was valid risk 1% loss 0.74%. It's okay, like you just like give your trade a chance. Look at this one. There's just like lot of perspective here. This candle just close with a small body. Next candle create a weak break above the high. It's like an impulse entry in a trend, something like that as well. If you just look at 15-minute time frame, it's just like created a resistance. The next candle create a weak break above the high and close above the resistance area. Totally makes sense. If the next candle create a weak break above the high, H1, actually the thing I think what just happened here, the previous H1 just having no upper wick, and 30-minute I think so just already moved a lot, something like that, move like 100 pips. So when we just like took any loss, or we just like hit by any loss, we just need to like break down that loss, why we just took the loss there, what was the probability, can we just manage the risk in more better way. So in this situation we can only understand how we can manage the risk in a better way. Like look at this one, I was just like doing some settings, didn't even look at the chart, it just like completely take my SL here. But if I just like if I was just like looking at the charts, so probability will be if it just retrace more than 50% of the previous candle, so I will just gonna close like 50% position there. And so might be I just going to be secure a little position there, but still I will just like going to be manage the risk there, because it should not be wrecked like this. If it just created a weak break above the high, then there is no business of this candle to break the low of the previous candle body. So now just need to wait. I think so with the opening of London we are just going to be get something there. Okay, I entered the previous M15 candle but also got a sell. Okay, doesn't matter, same trade thought it was okay. Do we have to take in consideration the lower wick pattern? This one, the wick just like creating a higher high. Yeah, it's just like creating a higher high. It just totally makes sense, but it is whatever it is. But doesn't matter, I think so with the opening of London we're just going to be grab something there. It's just like showing volume right now, just not like the previous previous days of London, which we just like having candle was just not like printing more than 15-20 pips. But look at this one, it's just like moving 30-40 pips right now, so just showing like some kind of volume in it. Okay, so let's just go towards YouTube. I also got SL in the same trade. Doesn't matter, sir, you can explain the current candle. I took a loss. Loss too. So look at this one, people just like took a loss on their own, waiting for some retracement for buyers if it shows volume as well. Yeah, exactly. Sir, please current candle explain. Good morning, good morning. Current candle I took a loss, sir. Doesn't matter. Today's market is choppy. We'll see. Market is higher trend. Let's see. Just need to wait here. We just need to wait here. Okay. So let's just okay. That totally makes sense. So just need to wait. I will see if I can give my trade a second chance. I'm just interested to give my trade a second chance actually. So just waiting, this 50-minute candle just going to be closed. Again, it just rejected with a long rejection wick. Look at this one. So this time if I'm just going to be give my trade a chance, oh, it's just like open with a gap. Think so, yeah. So need to wait here. If it just like create a wick and break above the high, this is the place where I can give my trade a second chance. Still. Okay, so the last green candle close above the range. Why didn't we took a buy here? Look at this one. It's just like the next candle didn't break above the high of the previous candle. So I think so. The way it's just like rejecting from the downside. If this current candle break above the high of the previous candle, and this time I would like to wait for the candle to break above the previous candle high somewhere here, and the stop loss will be below the current candle. Okay, I'm just getting ready, giving my trade a second chance. All right, I'm just waiting for this candle to break above the high of the previous candle. Like ask and bid price should have to be break above the high of the previous candle. Okay, okay, just struggling with that place. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just giving my trade a second chance. It's gonna be my last trade. Stop loss will be below the current 15-minute time frame. Now there is no business of this candle to come back into the range or retrace more than 50% of the previous candle. It should be continuously pushing to the upside. This is something I'm expecting from it. Giving my trade a second chance with the same idea. Also need to be get ready for managing the risk. Oh, look at this one, the rejection again. Again. Damn. What the hell is just happening? Just need to close 50% position if it just retrace more than 50% of the previous candle. Look at this one. If it just retrace more than 50% of the previous candle, I'm just gonna close my 50% position. Just like below 33.20. Okay, now I'm just gonna close 50% position. I did close my 50% position there. It should not be react like this. So if I just like took this second loss here, so next time I will not going for an impulse entry. The third time if I just going to be give my traders another chance, I'm just not gonna take like a third entry. Then I will just wait for the candle to close. Then I will just wait for the candle to close above the resistance like 33.21, and then I will see if I can give my trade a chance there. So just like struggling right now. So if it just like close stronger than the previous candle, and if the next candle create a weak break above the high, I think so there's a very high probability I'm just gonna like put back my entry into it. It's just like a very choppy right now. Yeah, it should be like shoot up to the towards my direction. It should not be react like this way. So that's why I just do manage my risk here. Look at this one, close 50% position. I think so there's just like 10 minutes left for the candle to close, and we'll see how I'm just gonna get something here. Okay, damn, I'm down at 1%. Phase 1 castle, sir, please tell me if it's just trade only trends in pre-London and London session. Will that work? Just work with any one session, buddy. I took the same loss with you this morning. That's okay. Everyone just took the same loss. Actually, everyone just like interested in this one. Whatever just going on there. You know what? I will just going to be add one more position into it. If it's just like going to be close in a bullish form, like above the previous candle high, if then I'm just gonna give my trade one more chance and will put back my entry into it. But the way it's just like reacting, it should not be react like this. If there's just like a volume, then why just like behaving like this? So I'm just waiting. 10 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close and the 50-minute candle to close. Let's see in a 50-minute what I'm just going to be. You know what? With the higher time frame perspective, look at this one. The previous candle like created a resistance, created a support. This candle like bigger in the size of the previous candle. See this one on a higher time frame H1, H1. Look at this from H4 to H1. Candle just break and close above the resistance. Let me just go through ours from H1 to M30. M30, look at this one. Candle just continuously respecting the previous candle, like it just did not break a single previous candle low. See this one? And if we just look at 50-minute time frame, it just rejected with a long rejection wick. Now this candle just create a wick and break above the high of the previous candle as well. So it's just like totally giving the sign of the bullish momentum right now. But still, if it just never like work out, so we just need to manage the risk there. This is all we can do maximum. So the way it was just like if it, as it just break above the high, once I just give my trade a chance as an impulse entry, it just didn't work out. Then I just give my trade a second chance with the impulse entry, and again if the second impulse entry will never worked out, then you know what, I will just not going for the impulse entry. Then I will just wait for the candle to close in my direction. Once I just get the confirmation candle, then I can give my trade a third chance. Otherwise I'm just like going to be close the chart. So no impulse entry in the next, like in a third trade. So it's right now just like struggling with this situation. So I'm just like looking at this one. Already lose like $44 here. Yeah, just like not a good amount actually. Let's see if I can recover this one or not. Yeah, just breaking above the high now. Might be in the last few minutes. It's just continuously pushing upside. Let's see, who knows. Just fighting right now. Okay, we're just going upside now. Okay, wow, where is the volume? You know what, with my experience, if there's just like a volume and I'm facing this kind of structure, it just not react like that. It just like shoot up in like no time. So just waiting. I'm just waiting for this candle to be closed, to be honest. So if this candle just close in a bullish form, so next candle create a wick, break above the high, I'm just going to be put one more entry into it. But if it just never worked out like that, how I just wanted to see it, then I'm just like just can't do anything about that one then. So there's just like 7 minutes left for the candle to close, and let's see how this 7 minute will show us some kind of confirmations. This should shoot up now. Yeah, Chutney, I'm just also expecting the same thing. Guess why are you not giving room for SL? SL actually, I just gave my SL a room already. Like having how much? It's just like more than 20 pips SL right now, 22 pips SL. So I just like reading the candle how it just should be reacted and how it should not be reacted. So as this candle break above the high, then there is no business of this current candle to come back and break its own low. If it's come back and break its own low, there's a probability it can continuously pushing downside and fill this wick on the left hand side, and no one knows that how longer this wick going to be filled. Like it could be continuously pushing to a downside. So that's why I'm just like placing the SL by looking at the size of the candle, by looking the movement of the candle. So yeah, my SL just belongs to these things actually. If I'm just like if there's just like good to go with a higher SL, then I will just lower the lower side and then we stick with that one. But right now I just like I'm just comfortable with this one. Okay, let's just shoot up. Just shoot up, bro. I think so. If we just like got some kind of confirmation candle here, then with the opening of London, it could continuously pushing to the upside. it could continuously pushing to the upside. We'll see. Just waiting right now. Just waiting, waiting and waiting. Just waiting. Sir, close the trade and wait for the candle to close. No, I'm just not gonna closing this trade. I just already managed my 50% position there. So already just manage this one. So no need to close it. I'm just sticking with my plan right now. If it just hit my SL, doesn't matter. I just already like close 50% position there. Look at this one. Close 50% already. So it doesn't matter like if it just hit my SL. Already like manage it. So this is my actually idea for risk management. I just like to close like 50% once, and the second time I'm just going to be close a full position. I'm just not gonna close like it like 3 time 4 time. It just like become like over risk management. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's just see. I have been noticing for the past 2 months that there were low volume during the London session. Could there be any specific reason for this? Yeah, actually, it's just like summer vacation just going on. That's why we're just like facing this kind of volume. When should we add another position? If the candle just close above the resistance, then that makes sense to add another position. Otherwise, I'm just not gonna add any more position there. I just want this 15-minute candle to close above the previous candle high. There's just like 3 minutes left for the candle to close. If this candle, the current candle just close above the previous candle high, and next candle create a weak break above the high, then I'm just going to be add one more position into it. And then if still I just got some loss, so I will just close the chart. I will just call it a day. Okay, so as I'm just like collaborated with like market AI, so let's just look at this one. What just going on the fundamental base? Let me just search the assets here. Okay, we are having like just need to know what's just going on with the gold. Okay, this is the gold one. Daily slightly bearish. Wow, what is this one? The US EU trade agreement strengthened the dollar, reducing gold appeal as a safe haven. However, geopolitical tension and ongoing US China trade negotiation regarding interest rate remains a key uncertainty influencing gold prices as higher types. Okay, EU trade deal, geopolitical tensions. Okay, 30%. Wow, they're just saying that daily slightly bearish, weekly just like bullish one. 1 hour is just like neutral. So let's see what's just going to be happen here. Oh, as they were just telling us like there's just like a little bearish today. So we're just going to be okay. Look at this one. Damn. So how much I just lose today? I just lose like my 2% today actually. So yeah, can't do anything about it now. No impulse entry. No more impulse entry. Yeah, exactly. No more impulse entry. Look at the way how it's just rejecting and how it's just like behaving. The 50-minute candle just break above the high impulsively, but could not sustaining its pressure. And then it just again rejected. Look at this one. 30-minute previous candle impulse entry create continuously pushing to the downside, respecting the previous candle low, and then again it just rejected from the low and continuously pushing upside, break its own high, and on the 50-minute time frame it just like broke above the previous candle high as well. So just like probability should be continuously pushing upside. We are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side sitting with the volume. So yeah, summer is just like not good one to be honest. So just took two losses here. one like just complete loss, and second just give my trade a second chance with the same perspective, and again it just never worked out. And market AI just like telling us like on the base of fundamentals, gold is just like bearish one today. Wow, just wanted to take a sell here, but I just like, I would say like I just done with my day. Cannot give my trade a third chance because I just do not have a space with me to giving my trade a third chance, because this is the thing when I just need to understand. Like suppose that if I just took the third loss, if I just took the third loss here, so what will be happen? So it will be like taking going to be taking my easily 3 to 4% in the third trade, because I just already lose like 2% there. So if I just lose more 2% there, this 2% will become 4% then. So you just need to ask yourself that is it like easy to like grab 2% in the next day if when market just get clear, or is it like I would say like possible to grab like 4% in the next day? So yeah, just doesn't make sense now. Just took two losses, manage the risk, can't do anything about it. This is whatever it is. So let's see. This week was like not a good one, I would say. Still like I'm in a minor profit, I think so. Yeah, just still like $170 with me. So just don't want to lose my complete profit on one day. I just don't want to make my bad day and don't want to convert my bad day into worst day. So yeah, we'll see. Wow. Give my trade one chance, took a loss, give my trade a second chance with the same perspective. So I just cannot change my bias now. Should have to be stick with it. I just cannot change my I just cannot change my bias. Like if I just like hit by 1 to 2 lows, so they just like no mean to change my bias. If I just wanted to change my bias, I just wanted to see some kind of strong volume in it, and if the candle just close below the support area, that makes sense to change my bias. Otherwise still, you know what, if a candle just close above the resistance area, now I'm just not gonna take any impulse entry. If actually on this account, to be honest, on this account I'm just like done with my day. But for another account, if I just like got a candle which just close above the resistance, now I'm just not gonna execute as an impulse entry. I would like to see a close candle above the resistance area, because we just like tried twice to execute for the buys, and both time it just didn't work out. We just need to read the candles how it's just reacting at this place. So if you just look at this one, let's just like break it down. Two losses, break it down. This candle like break above the previous resistance and like close in a bullish form. Next candle create a weak break above the high. Possibility volume should be continuously pushing upside, but it just did not sustain pressure. Break the low, we just hit by the lows. Then we just never take a sell here. Again, we just like stick with our bias, like we just wanted to take a buy. So then the next candle again create a wick and break above the high of the previous candle now. So there is a probability now it could be continuously pushing up. So the second time I'm just going to give my trade a second chance here. And as this candle just retraced more than 50% of the previous candle, this is something which I just wanted to do with the previous trade which I have just taken in the beginning. But here I just did the like same thing I just did here. Like as it just rotates more than 50% of the previous candle, I just closed 50% position there, and was expecting it should be continuously pushing upside. Again it just rejected, and like look at this one, just manage the risk here. So now we just like tried two time to take a buy as an impulse entry. Both time it just never worked out. So now if I just wanted to take a trade, if I just wanted to take a buy, I just wanted to see a candle should have to be closed above the resistance. If a candle just close above the resistance, then there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Okay. Okay, it's totally fine. Manage the risk. Hit SL 15 pips. Doesn't matter. Are you going to come to Dubai Expo? No, not have any kind of plan like this. 2% SL today, 1% of my account. Call it a day. That's just like great. You know what? Tomorrow is just we just going to be hit like FOMC, and right after tomorrow, like day after tomorrow, we're just going to be hit like NFP. So this way could be very volatile, and might be today just like market just doing some kind of consolidation, might be just like stuck towards upside or downside, just not showing any kind of direction due to because every institution just waiting for the numbers actually. So what's just going to be happen there, might be they just going to be increase the interest rate or might be just going to be decrease the interest rate, so everyone just like waiting for that one. So this volatility just totally belongs to that one, I would say. So don't try to force yourself. If you just like lose like 2% of or whatever the target you are just having with you. Make sense? Okay. 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 Waiting for candle to close. If 30-minute make resistance sell valid. No, I'm just not comfortable with the cells now. Look at this rejection on the left hand side 1 to 3. Just not comfortable with the cells and not even just comfortable with the buys now. If I just wanted to take a buy, I just need to see a candle should be create like should be close above the resistance. Right now just like creating a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. I would say if you just come down and create some kind of support here, then there is a probability it can be continuously pushing to the upside, but it's just like doing some kind of consolidation. Look at this one, not clean traffic, and we just like enter into London session. So you know what, I'm just expecting from the London opening, I was expecting that might be the candle, the weight just like showing volume, the weight just rejecting from the previous candle low. So the weight just like breaking the high of the previous 50-minute. So it was like having a higher probability structure, very high probability structure. So might be there is a probability it could continuously pushing upside. That totally makes sense. But if it just never worked out, all we can do, still we just work with the probability. So just need to manage the risk there. Please, can you explain in details the phase two bi-weekly reward cycle in Dominion funding? Yeah, you just going to be get reward right after 14 days. That's just called like bi-weekly rewards. Like you just like make money like $500 you just made on your Pro Farm account and you just want to take a withdrawal, and they will be just like counted from the first day when you just like open your first trade. So like right opening of like right after opening of your first trade, right after like I would say 14 days after your first trade, you're just going to be get reward. First trade was not impulse, it was proper breakout structure. Yeah, first trade was also totally makes sense, second trade also makes sense, but we just give our trade a second chance. So this is the place today, this is the place when if you are just having like good habits, like you are sticking with 1 to 2% risk, you are sticking with 1 to 2 trades. So today is the day when this rule can secure your account. It this is this rule, if you just like stick with this rule like 1 to 2 trades or 1 to 2% risk of your capital, so today is the day when you can, I would say, secure yourself, like you can secure your capital, like you can, you just not going to be make your bad day into worst day. So this is the day when this 1 to 2% risk rule or 1 to 2% capital 1 to 2 trade rule actually secure your capital. So yeah, just like implement it today, today is the day you should have to be like implemented. Okay. Sir, is it your rule to take buy 1 or 2 trades per day in one account, and if the market is giving more setups then the to take them in another account, wouldn't that still be considering over trading? Yeah, actually, I'm just like I'm just in this like industry from 4 years, more than 4 years, I would say. I'm not like going for over trading. Might be I just like use this account. It's just like not my proper account, I would say. Just like totally using during the live stream. So it's an educational account, I would say. So if I'm just like sitting with my another account, so I will just stick with 1 to 2 traders actually, just not going to be over trading there as well. London session means fake out session. I don't think so, but it is whatever it is. But I see for this candle close bullish and I waited for pullback and okay, entry for buy. Candle close strong bearish on 30 minute. Why not sell? Just not comfortable with the sells. I already took loss like 2% just got hit there. Just need to be like stick with the rules, stick with the discipline, stick with the consistency. कैसा भाई हफ्ते में एक सेशन उर्दू हिंदी में भी किया करो. ओके विल थिंक अबाउट इट. Okay, will you take a trade again, sir, if you got a good setup? No, I'm just not gonna take any trade now because I just took two back-to-back losses. So not trying to force myself for execution for the third trade actually. Okay. No sells below 3302. Buys only make sense for me above resistance, for sells only if H4 close bearish. Yeah, totally makes sense. You know what? It just totally makes sense. What is your win rate? Win rate? My win rate is just like 55-60%. Yeah. So even you just having like a, you know what? This is just like a mystery that you just need to have like a more than 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 100% win rate. If you're just having like a only like 55-60% win rate, you know what you just need to do, you just need to like stick with 1 to 2 trade and 1 to 2% risk with your capital actually. So what will be happen, suppose that you just only like attempting your good structures, like where we just like give over trade a chance, you just attempting your good structure. And suppose that you just took like 10 trades in 1 week, and 4 trades you just took a loss there, and 6 trades you just win with a 60% profitability ratio. You just win like 6 trades and you just lose like 4 trades out of 10 trades. But all 4 trades which you just like lose there, you just do manage the risk there. So if you just calculate what you just manage there, it will become like one profitable trade. So forcefully you just make your 6 trades into 7 profitable trades and 3 losing trades. So at the end of the week, at the end of the month, you will just close in profit. Does this make sense? Cash bro, do you apply give a trade a second chance in funded account? It is because there is a probability we'll get in a big drawdown. So why do you just like taking a bigger like a lot size, bro? Just like as Atharva just saying you would give you the answer like 1% maximum risk per trade. That totally makes sense. If you just like running on a pro form account, I would recommend to stick with 1% risk maximum. That totally makes sense. Was a good take out a fake out. No, just not like not a fake out, just like close below the support area, like close the previous candle low. Just not comfortable with the sells now. But you know, market AI was just continuously telling us today is just like a slightly bearish one. So you know what, I'm just like totally collaborated with the market AI edge, and soon you guys going to be get a code. With that you can going to be get 20% off whenever you're just going to be enroll into market AI. So you guys just going to be get like 20% off on it. Just like a very beautiful tools. That's why I just like to collaborate. I just didn't ever like in my past, if I just look at my past, I just didn't like collaborate with anyone. I just like got messages from many companies, but I just did not collaborate. But this is something like very beautiful thing I would say. So we just like gathering, or we just like collecting quality from the quantities. So yeah, that makes sense. Wow, someone just like secured 40 pip sell. Wow, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Look at this one, how it's just like continuously pushing to a downside. The way it's just reacting here, very high probability it could continuously pushing downside. But you know what? If I just never give my trade a second chance, then might be I will give my trade a second chance here as a counter trade. Look at this one. Whole time frame just like betrayed us. Wow. Continuously pushing downside. If we just break the low, it could continuously pushing to the downside. But who knows this is going to be happen. What is the status of your funded account? Which funded account you just talking about? I'm just having like 2 to 3 funded account with me. Okay, sir, in funding pips, there is a rule that we close our profits or losses under 2 minutes before those profits or losses will not be added to our account balance. So, is there same rule in Dominion funding? No, there's just like no such a rule in Dominion funding. I just didn't read that one, but still you can confirm it from the team. But I don't think so. There's just like any kind of, because a scalper can be close his trade within few seconds, can be closed in within like 1 minute. So yeah, it's just like there's just like not such a kind of rule there. Gasby first trade was not impulse, it was proper breakout structure. Yeah, it was a breakout structure. It's just like an impulse entry. The first trade which you're just talking about was also like impulse entry. This kind of just close with a small body, this one. So next kind of create a wick, break above the high. It's just like not a breakout structure, it's just like an impulse entry, because a candle just close with a small body, then there's just no business of the next candle to break the high of the previous small candle body. If it just create a wick and break above the high of the previous small body candle, where we just continuously can see that market printing bullish candles, so higher probability it could be continuously pushing upside. It's a part of our educational content actually. Okay, sir, which platform do you use for AI news? It's like marketedge.ai. This is something I'm just using. I took a sell on the base of previous 30-minute candle close, small body bullish. Next 30-minute make a resistance, secure 90 pips. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. पास फंडेड अकाउंट पे कितना रिस्क लेना चाहिए? 0.5% or maximum 1%. On 15-minute trend is upward. No one knows that. Right now we're just doing consolidation. In 15 time frame it creates support. Can we take a buy? No 15-minute time frame for today. I have just done with my day. You just guys needs to understand. Tomorrow is FOMC. Like Trump just continuously putting pressure on Paul to like cut the interest rate. So tomorrow is just gonna be wild one. So might be we just going to be consolidated today. It's kind of neutral market right now. Look at this one, getting a low, get it a high, get it a low, get it a high. So just like try to, if you just like already took one loss or two loss, you just are done with the day. Don't try to force yourself to fight with this kind of market structure. It's just not like a last day of forex. Why you just guys like in a hurry to like recover your loss? Why you just guys like in a hurry to like make money? Just relax, chill. It's our daily routine. Taking losses, taking profit, it's just like a part of our game. We are here for the long term. Okay, I only stick on 30 minutes, sir. So I didn't take the buy because it already up too much. Only focus to take a sell and take the fake out setup. Is it good? It's just not like a fake out setup, buddy. It's just not like a fake out structure actually. Just like a counter trade setup, I would say. Look at this one. This candle just closed below the previous candle low. Next candle create a wick, broke the low, clean traffic on the left hand side, so fill the range. That's it. This candle can completely reject the previous support and close bullish. Who knows that? No one knows that. So I'm just not gonna give my trade any third chance. I have just done with my day. Just done with the day. Totally manage the risks. Now no place for the another chance actually. We'll see. We'll anticipating by watching it how it's just going to be react in the next minutes. So we'll get education from it. So yeah, not going to be like forcing myself. In funding pips to gold buy and risk was 1%, but I ended up losing 1.7%. Huge slippage around 14 pips. Wow, bro, just flip towards like Dominion funding, I would say. You will just going to be get like a same spreads. You just going to be get like a same like a zero latency as you just like watching at Dominion Markets brokerage house. Did you execute any today? We just took two trades today and both were just in loss and managed the risk. So in Dominion funding, high frequency trading is allowed. No, high frequency trading just not allowed anywhere, not even on a brokerage house. You just cannot use higher arbitrage like trades there. Yeah, it just totally doesn't make sense. Wow, this market AJA is just like very awesome. It's just like continuously updating with the news. Really awesome. I'm just like need to go deep dive into it actually. Hey, what the hell is just going on? Who's just doing this one? Joe Calderia, what the hell you just doing? Are you going to trade tomorrow? Yeah, I just put this $2,500 for CPI, but now I'm just going to put this put this $2,500 on stake on FOMC. We'll see. We'll see. This candle can completely reject the. Okay, can you break down your trade? I just already did that one, buddy. I just already did that one, like just continuously like discussing how we just give our trade a chance, then how we just give our trade a second chance, and now why we just not going to take the third trade. Okay, sorry, didn't know you could see. I can see everything. Okay, look at this one. So I'm just having like 22 likes, giving people lows here, and still I'm just having like 22 likes. It's just not like fair to me. Just hit the like button, bro. Pros and girls. So intermediate funding high. Okay, sir, I'm down 1%. Can you please explain the lows? I just already did that one. Should we wait for candle to close above the resistance to take impulse entry? You know what? If now someone just wants you to take a buy, don't go as an impulse entry. We just like knew that this resistance area is just like having a strong rejection area. So if just wanted to take a buy, I would say it would be better if a candle just closed above the resistance area. Then we can say we are having like a clean traffic on the left hand side. That makes sense. But now I'm just not gonna give my trade a third chance, not even on my another accounts as well, because I can understand this thing with my experience. Whenever I just saw this kind of volatility in the market, there's a probability it's happening due to FOMC. So might be it will be settled down after the FOMC, or might be just start moving in one direction before the FOMC, like tomorrow or during the NY or NYSC. So till right now on this session, I have just done with this session. Just not gonna take any more trade there. Not a good week for me. Monday 0.5% negative, today minus 1% negative. Difficult London session week. How should I approach tomorrow, cash? Should I lower the risk considering that tomorrow is Wednesday, the middle of the week? You know what? Most of the time, like I would say 90%. 90% whenever there's just like news, CPI, FOMC, NFP, if I'm just like going to face this kind of news, so I'm just not gonna like look at the chart for the whole day. I'm just not, mostly I'm just like it's just not like that. You're just not going to be get any move during the day of news. I'm just talking about most of the time. I just never like look at the chart. I just like let the news to settle down. Like let it come out, let it settle down, let it create some structure. Then I just knew that I am just having a data behind that one. I'm having data with me. Now I just need to see what kind of structure I'm just going to face on the charts actually. So once I just like saw charts there, and I just like saw my structure there, so then I just give my trade a chance with the combination of with those all things. So I rather mostly what I just do, I just let the news to settle its dust, then I just make a plan. And once my plan just like printed on the chart, I just like look at that one, and then I just execute it. So this is I'm having approach towards like high volatile news events. Sir, I'm down 1% in the funding phase one challenge. Tell me if only risk 1 to 2 or only in trend markets will I able to pass it. You know what? Let me just Amar Sheikh. Let me just tell you a secret recipe to pass the funded account. You know what? Suppose that you just started a 100K account. Just go with a smaller lot size. just go with a smaller lot size and try to flip your funded account, like make 2 to 3% at least in profits. So once you just like make 1 to like 2 to 3% in profit, then just wait for the market to start giving you the clean direction. Like there's just like a days in a whole, if you just like look at your whole week, there's a day like Wednesday or Thursday, mostly just going to be getting like clean volume. You're just going to be get like clean structure there. Higher probability in a whole week, there's a day when you're just going to be get like clean. You can read the candle, you can read the structure. If you just like already profitable, you just knew that how the market just behaving that certain day. Like today, as I just like make a decision, I'm just not going to be give my trade a third chance, not going to be like I just done with that, with the day, the way it's just like reacting there. So same as it is, I can read the day when it's like possible to grab something there. So if I'm just already standing 3% in profit, I will just like going with the higher lot size, might be just going to be like put my 3% of risk that day when I'm just, there's a probability I'm just going to be get like clean move there. So yeah, there's a probability you will make that 3% into another 3%, like it will become like 5%, 6%, something like that. But for that, you just have to be patient in yourself. You just have to be patient in yourself. In the same way, if you just lose that 3% which you just already made there, you just need to close the chart. If you just like come back at break even, you just need to close the chart. Do not try to recover that loss. Then again just lower the lot size, again try to flip like 2 to 3% in profit, and again wait for the good day, and then go with the higher risk. This is how you can like easily pass the funded account. Or I would say, if you just like continuously doing trades, you are like consistent enough to like having a proper control on your psychology, then I would recommend you to like stick with 0.5% on a daily basis, and do like trades on a daily basis. Actually, I think it just makes sense if you just like use a common sense. Okay. Okay, so I was just like going to be answer the trough trading, and actually he was just asking like how should I approach tomorrow cash? Should I lower the risk considering that tomorrow is Wednesday, the middle of the week? So I just already explained trough. Today is like we're just going to be at like FOMC, just like a very important FOMC, I would say. So just like it will be better you just if you just go with a lower lot size. That makes sense. If it close below 50 minutes support, should I take sell entry? That doesn't make sense. I would say like there's just like 1.5 hour left for the 4-hour candle to be closed. Look at this 4-hour, the higher time frame structure here. So I still like believe that it could be continuously pushing upside, but it is whatever it is. If I just look at my trades, all time frame was just giving me the confirmation that there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside. All time frame, like look at this one, candle just created a support, it just created a resistance. Now this candle, let's look at the size of the previous H4, close above the previous candle high. Now the higher time frame just giving the confirmation there's a probability it could continuously pushing upside if it just break above the high. But we just like need some more confirmation, so we just flip from H4 to H1, and we just saw that the previous H1 also closed above the previous resistance high as well. So the next candle create a weak break above the rejection on the left hand side. We have a clean traffic on the left hand side, tradable range. There's a very high probability it could be continuously pushing upside. And for more confirmation, we just flip from H1 to M30. So if we just look at M30, this M30 rejected with a long rejection wick, close with a small body, and the next candle create a wick break above the high. It's just like a very beautiful impulse entry. Now flip back towards higher time frame. M30 give the confirmation, break above the high of the previous candle, clean traffic on the left hand side, tradable range, everything was just on a point. Even on a 15-minute candle, this 15-minute candle just closed above the previous resistance high. So look at 15-minute, now 30-minute, now H1. If you just look at H4, so all time frames were just giving us the confirmation there is a probability it should be continuously pushing upside. So now at the end, still it's just like a probability. If it just break above the high, then there is just like no business of this candle to come down. So look at this one. Here we just look like took one loss, okay, and then we just give our trade a second chance, take another loss. So if we just like not accepting the loss. We just like attach our emotions with our investment. So what is the probability where we just do manage the risk and lose like 2% of our capital if we just like hold on to our trades and never try to manage it, never like closing their trade, expecting or like having some kind of expectation, like attach our emotions with the trading and not going to be close over trade here, like expecting that it will be, it have to be go in my direction. So it just move 100 pips against you, where we just manage the risk within 20 pips. Here you can see it just move like 100 pips against you. So what is the better option? You just need to like manage the risk by the losing 15-20 pips, or is it good to holding like negative 100 pips? So we just read the candles, how it's just reacting, how it should not be react. Look at this one. Even in just a single candle of 30 minute, if we just look at 50 minute, one chance, give over trade a second chance in two candle, we just do manage the risk and then never took any trade. See this one? This is how we just do manage the risk. This is the thing which keep us in profitable conditions. I think it totally makes sense. Okay. Okay, I have observed Asian session giving trades. Okay, that's good for you, Fahad Parmar. If it's just like giving you trade, then just stick with it. I feel like we will consolidate till George job opening. Yeah, I just don't know, but we just need volume to be honest. Hey guys, I chart on TradingView, but it's not aligned to Dominion market. Any advice for me? I would say like open both charts, but Dominion market is giving the like a very clear chart there. But if you just want to comparison both brokerage houses, like if you just like having some kind of difference there, so open Wanda chart on one screen and open like a Dominion market charts on another screen. So if you just like going to be get like any kind of a difference due to some kind of spreads, so you will start understanding it. It will sort out your issue actually. Okay, can you explain the loss you took? I just already did that. In 50-minute time frame it creates support, can we take a buy? Where we just created support actually. No, I'm just even if you just wanted to take a buy here, look at the rejection. The rejection is like 27 pips and the body of the candle is just like 7 pips. So why just want to take a buy here? Just like not a comfortable one, not a healthy body as well. And don't stick with a 50-minute time frame, just stick with a 30-minute time frame. Cutting finger is lot better than losing all hand. Yes, that's a great answer. Cutting finger is lot better than losing all hand. Exactly. If 30 minutes close bullish with rejection from downside, buy is valid surge. If a candle close above the resistance, then that makes sense. But I would just recommend you guys, if you again it just react in the same way, don't try to take another trade. Just close the chart and call it a day. How to identify the volume is coming? You can like easily read it by the size of the candle. If the candle of the size, like if the size of the candle start getting bigger, then volume just start getting in. Okay, what was your biggest loss, Mr. Cass? My biggest loss actually, and I just happy with that loss. I actually lost almost 90% of my bad habits. Cut off some kind of bad friends, some bad habits, some bad gatherings. Yeah, some bad financial decisions. So I like that. I just like lose that losses. And for forex, if you just, if you're just talking about forex, Then I just lose like $12,000 overall at the beginning. Like it's been like more than 3.5 years when I just start this forex industry, and it's been like more than 4 years I'm standing in this industry. So once I just started it, I just like put $1,000 account in an account actually, and I was just like doing shit in a bathroom, and I just remember that I was just using my mobile phone, and I was just using a very bad brokerage house who was just offering 2,000 leverage there. So I was just using like point 0.9 load there, 0.9 load, and oh, sorry, 0.09 load. Actually, it was like 0.09 load I was just using, and suddenly I realized that my account just having no money in it, and I just like reinstalling the app. I was just like relogging my ID and password, and still I just not watching my money there. Then I just like call my friend there. They just did a scam with me. They just like took take my money, and I was just using like 0.09 load there, and now I'm just having low money in it. So then again I just look at my trade history, and that was showing I used like 9 load there, and with like a smaller retracement, it just took my my complete account. So then I just like said to myself like I just already knew how to do work. At that time I just remembered I just like took a course from a very bad institute which even don't even know how to do trades. I remember that one, but they just gave me the confidence I am like a good trader. So what happened, I just put another $1,000 right after like 1 hour, and now I just like telling myself I am a good trader. I can easily recover my previous loss because it's just like gone with a mistake. So I just start trading there, and within another 2 hours I just lose another $1,000 account in it. So now I just said to myself like might be I'm just having like a low capital, that's why I'm just losing account, that's why I'm just not making money there. So let's just like put more money into it, so might be just going to be make more money with that one. So then I just like put $5,000 into it, and again it's just gone. So in one day I just lose like $7,000. So right now I was just like uh, thinking about like what's just happening with me. Might be I'm just like not understanding the concept properly. Then I just put another $5,000 account, and within 3 days or 2 days I just lose like $12,000 account. So then someone just told me after like 1 week or 2 weeks, like there is a person, his name is Raja Banks. He's just doing live stream on YouTube. Start watching him. He just also provide the quality education there. So I just start watching him, continuously watching him for 1 week. I was just like looking at him, and he was just continuously talking as I'm just talking with you. And because we're just waiting for some structure to be printed there, we just need some clean traffic. I just never knew anything about those things, that we just need to read the volume, we just need to wait for the structure to be formed, we just need like a clean traffic on the left hand side. So we just need for that things to be appear on the chart, then we just give our trade a chance. So he was just continuously talking about how I'm just like talking right now, like spending time with you guys. So I just write down on in a chat of like YouTube, and I was just like asking him why you just like continuously talking with each other. Why you just not telling should we go for the buy or should we go for the sell? Just tell me what should I do? I was just continuously watching you from 2 hours. And he just started laughing at me. And that is the day when I just understand. I just got a little roast from him. And then I just starting understanding that it's really important to get a proper education there. So then I just like stick with that person. I was just looking at him. He was just doing everything in front of everyone, like during the live streams. He was just doing everything during the live stream. So I just use a common sense that whatever he's just doing, he's just providing live in front of. We are just not looking at some kind of edited Photoshop, edited like ch- like charts, like some demo counts. Everything just happening there in front of us, and it's just like live. I just like use my common sense. Then I just make a plan. Why not to just stick with this person? Why not to just like follow up this person? I just like take the decision. I'm not gonna jump from one strategy to another strategy. I'm just like going to be with him forever until I just become like him, or just like make my trading at least like him. So at then it's been like 4 years, more than 4 years I would say. I'm just like standing in this industry, continuously grinding for my goals, and right now just doing stream for you guys. So things just get changed by time. This is not my plan to do live stream. This is not my plan to provide education. This is not my plan to like do some kind of affiliations with any other like platforms. But everything just like come with the times. So the by the time as I'm just continuously going on my journey step by step, my earning just getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. Now 99% earnings which I'm just like using in my living life, it is coming from the forest industry. So this is it. This is how it just all started. And sir, since how long have you been following Raja Bank? Just now you mentioned that you were stuck in bad habits for, it's just like not for 3.5 years. It's like the first 9 months, I would say. Okay, if it's comfortable for you, would you tell what is the total profit you made in 3.5 years? I would say, you know what? Number one thing, I just already explained that 99% income I'm just generating from this forest industry. I'm just having like two daughters. Both are just like school going, having a wife, having a house, everything just like depending on me. Even I would say I do some other things as well, which just included in my expenses. So all the things I'm just like doing is just coming from the force actually, and I just cannot calculate a total profit overall, I would say, but I just like make a lot of money and continuously doing the same thing. I am already down 6k USDT. Okay, I started forex mostly because of over trading and over risking very day. I am in profit but they end in big loss. Bro, just stick with 1 to 2 trades or 1 to 2% risk, then see the magic. You will be surprised with your outcome. If current single candle close above resistance, can we take a buy after break previous candle week? It would be better if a candle just close above the resistance. That makes sense. Otherwise, just don't try to give your trade a chance. Impulse entry doesn't make sense here. Now just wait for the candle to close. Look at this one, how it just reacting at this sustained level. How it just reacting towards this certain level. First candle close above the rejection on the left hand side. Next candle break above the high. Could not sustain its pressure. Come down, break the low. Next candle create a wick. Break above the high again. Second chance. Again rejected and close back into the range. So better would be if a candle just close above the resistance. And also just keep that factor in your mind. Tomorrow is just like FOMC as well. Do you take withdrawal in USDT? How do you avoid taxes? Jeet, I just don't know, but just like I don't think so. It's a thing to discuss during the live stream. Sir, is it necessary to lose a big amount in order to become profitable in trading? Can someone become profitable without facing big losses? Yeah, exactly. Why not? Because you know what? Why we just lose like a bigger amounts before? Because in our time, I would say there was just like not proper platforms we're just having. We're just not having like a quality education. Everyone just try to sell their courses. Not they are even like a profitable traders, but they just like selling their courses in the industry. So there's just like a lot of scam before there. Now everything just like filtered, I would say. Now you're just having like a proper university. You just like need to like follow up the rules. You just need to go through the process. There's just like a proper process now made there. So all you just need to do just like go through the process, like spend like 2 to 3 months. You just don't need to spend like more than 1 or 2 years, I would say, to become a profitable. It would be like more than enough if I can say that if you are like in a market fluidity university, and you're just going with the proper structure, proper like educational content. You just watch all the videos, you just like attending the all live streams. So within I would say 3 months will be more than enough. So you will start earning something from the forex. Okay, damn, what is this just? So yeah, I think so we have just done with the day. Today is like Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow Raja bro is just going to do the stream, I think so. Yeah, so I will see you guys on Thursday. Till that, I would say like be safe, be careful, don't try to force yourself for the execution. Just relax, chill. If like you got like a good structure, if you just want to take a buy, wait for the candle to close above the resistance area. That makes sense for the buys. Do not go for the impulse entry in at this place, I would say. So yeah, this totally makes sense. And for sells, I would say wait for the candle to close below the support area, give you some kind of confirmation candle as well, so it will continuously pushing to a downside. So I will see you guys on Thursday. Till that, be safe, be careful, stay tuned, take care, and bye bye.